They teach you how to pass tests. They don't teach you how to think. From your very first years in school, you get a simple instruction. Remember, repeat, pick the right answer. And if you ask why, you often hear, that won't be on the test. It's not in the curriculum. Just memorize it. Over time, you get really good at one thing, fitting into the answer key. But life doesn't have an answer key. There aren't 4 options to choose from. There's no teacher to tell you if you picked correctly. And suddenly, it turns out that for over a decade of school, no one taught you the things that really matter. You weren't taught how credit works, how not to fall into debt, how to make tough decisions. You weren't taught how to look at information, how to spot manipulation, how to form your own opinions. Instead, you know perfectly well which battle happened in what year. You can solve an equation you'll probably never use again. And you remember definitions that vanished from your mind a week after the test. And when you finish school and step into adult life, the world asks you completely different questions. How to make money, how to manage it, how to find your path, how not to get lost in a sea of information. And then a question comes up that more and more people are starting to ask themselves. Is the education system really not working? Or is it working exactly as it was designed to? From the first grade, you learn one thing: how to find the right answer. Not how to come to your own conclusions. Not how to question assumptions. Not how to look at a problem from different angles. Just how to pick the answer that's in the answer key. The system is simple. There's a question, there are 4 answers. 1 is correct. Your job isn't to think. Your job is to fit into the pattern. And very quickly, you learn how this game works. If you remember the material, you get a good grade. If you repeat exactly what was in the textbook, you're a good student. But if you look at the problem differently, if you ask why something works that way, if you try to find another solution, you often hear, don't make it complicated. That's not needed. That won't be on the test. Stick to the plan. This way, step by step, school teaches one very specific thing, that it's safest not to go outside the box, not to ask too many questions, not to look for your own way to solve things, because the system works best when everyone follows the same path. The problem is, real life isn't like that at all. In life, you rarely get 4 answers to choose from. There's no option A, B, C, and D. There are problems no one has ever solved before. There are situations where you have to make a decision on your own. Sometimes you don't have enough information. Sometimes all the options are not great. And then something completely different matters than just remembering definitions. The ability to think matters. The ability to ask good questions, to connect facts, to question obvious answers. But for over a dozen years of education, most people train a completely different muscle. Not creativity, not curiosity, only the ability to recall knowledge, memorize, repeat, pass the test, forget. And when this model repeats for 12 or 15 years, it starts to shape how we see the world. Instead of asking, does this make sense? We start asking, what do I need to say to get a good grade? And at that point, education stops being about learning to think and starts looking like something else entirely. Training. Look at how a school is set up. If you look at it from the outside, it starts to look less like a place to explore the world, and more like a system for managing people. The bell tells you when to start working. The bell tells you when to stop. Not because you finished your task, not because you understood the topic, just because 45 minutes have passed. The curriculum tells you what to learn. The textbook tells you how to understand it. And the test checks if you repeated it well enough. Then there's another part of the system, the grade. One number that's supposed to show your worth at that moment. An A, you're good. A C, you need to try harder. An F, you failed. The problem is, over time, you stop learning for knowledge. You start learning for the grade, and when the main reason becomes the grade, natural curiosity slowly disappears. But that's only part of the picture. Pay attention to the daily routines of school. You raise your hand to get permission to speak. You raise your hand to ask a question, sometimes even to go to the bathroom. These are small things, but they happen every day. Day after day, week after week, year after year. For 12 and sometimes even 15 years, you learn one way of doing things. Listen to authority, follow instructions, don't stick your neck out too much. Because when you do stick your neck out, you might get corrected. Sometimes with a grade, sometimes with a warning, sometimes just with a look that says, don't try anything funny. And after years, this way of doing things starts to feel normal, Instructions come from above. You just have to follow them. Does that sound familiar? Because that's exactly how many workplaces are set up. Show up on time, do your job, don't ask too many questions. In that way, school prepares you very well for one specific role. The role of the perfect employee. Punctual, predictable, obedient. But the world moves forward because of people who do things differently. People who question the rules, who try new things, who take risks. Like rebels, inventors, entrepreneurs. The problem is, after many years of schooling, most people learn how to not stand out, rather than how to create something new. And then comes the next step, college. For years, you hear the same story. Study hard, go to college. It's the best investment for your future. For many people, it's not even a choice. It's just another required step. Elementary school, high school, and then college. Because that's what the safe path looks like. So young people sign up for colleges. They give 3, 4, or sometimes 5 years of their lives. In some countries, they take out huge loans for it. They get into debt even before they start their first real job. In theory, it all makes sense. You're supposed to gain knowledge. You're supposed to get qualifications. You're supposed to enter the job market as a specialist. But reality often looks different. Many students spend years learning theory that has very little to do with real problems. Hundreds of hours of lectures. Hundreds of pages of notes. Exams that mostly test memory. And then comes the moment when you finish college. You have a diploma. A document that for years was presented as the key to the future. And suddenly it turns out that the diploma itself doesn't solve the problem. Because the job market is looking for something else. Skills, experience, problem-solving abilities. And very often, these things are not in the college curriculum. So another stage begins. The first job. The first clash with reality. And that's when many people discover something surprising. That for over a dozen years of education, they mostly learned how to pass exams, and not how the real world works, how the market operates, how to negotiate salary, how to develop your own skills. As a result, the paradox arises. First, you spend years learning things you'll probably never use. Then you pay, sometimes a lot of money, for a diploma that doesn't guarantee a job. And only then, after college, does the most important learning process begin. Learning from scratch, how real life works.
For many years in school, you learn a lot of things. You can figure out the sine and cosine of an angle. You remember the dates of important battles. You know what a paramecium looks like under a microscope. And knowledge itself isn't the problem. The problem is what's missing from all of that. Because when you finish school and start adult life, suddenly completely different questions pop up. How does credit work? Why can a credit card drag people into a debt spiral? What does interest mean? What is inflation? And why do your savings lose value year after year? How do you save? How do you invest? How do you avoid financial traps that are literally everywhere? For many people, the answer is, no one ever taught them any of this. They only encounter these concepts for the first time when they start working, when they sign their first contract, when they take out their first loan. And very often they learn about finances the most expensive way possible, by making their own mistakes, bad decisions, unread contracts, loans that seemed harmless, and then months, sometimes years of paying the consequences. It's strange when you think about it. The education system spends thousands of hours on subjects that will never have practical use for most people, but it barely prepares you at all for managing money, for something every person will deal with their entire life. Because no matter what you become, a doctor, a programmer, a teacher, a mechanic, we all have to make financial decisions. To earn, to spend, to save, to invest. And yet, a huge number of people enter adulthood without the most basic financial knowledge. The education system prepares you very well for one thing, for taking exams. But when it comes time to manage your own money, it turns out no one ever practiced that exam with you before.
Maybe all of this isn't because of bad intentions. Maybe it's just an old system that never got updated for the new world. It's an education model that started more than 100 years ago, back when the economy was totally different. The world back then needed factory workers, people who would show up on time, who would do the same tasks over and over, and who would follow clear instructions. School was the perfect place to get people ready for that kind of life. Fixed hours, a pecking order, orders from above. The system worked well, for a world that barely exists anymore. Because today's world looks completely different. Technology is changing faster than ever. Jobs pop up and disappear in just a few years. Information is everywhere. In a world like that, the most important skill isn't remembering things, it's thinking. The ability to look at information, to ask tough questions, to make your own decisions. And yet, the education system in many places still acts as if we're living in the age of the assembly line. And here's another more uncomfortable possibility. Maybe the system isn't broken. Maybe it's working exactly as it was meant to. Because people who ask a lot of questions are harder to control. People who understand how money works are harder to trick. People who think for themselves are harder to manage. That's why real learning often only starts after school. That's when you begin to look for answers yourself. You read books no one told you to read. You learn things that aren't in textbooks. You start to understand the world on your own terms. And suddenly, you find out something very important. That learning doesn't end the day you get your diploma. In a way, that's when it truly begins. Because the moment you start asking questions that no one let you ask before, that's the moment you start thinking for yourself. If school didn't teach you how to think, maybe now is the best time to start. Because the truth is, education doesn't end when you leave school. It doesn't end when you get your diploma either. The most important part of education begins when you start looking for answers yourself. When you start reading things no one told you to read. When you start learning things you're truly interested in. When you start asking questions no one asked before. Because in a world that's changing faster than ever before, the most valuable skill isn't knowing all the answers. You can't remember all that anyway. The most valuable skill is the ability to think. The ability to ask the right questions. The ability to find your own path. So if this video made you think, write one thing in the comments. What do you think school should really teach but doesn't? And if you want more content about how the world, education, money, and mindset work, subscribe and give a thumbs up so you don't miss future videos. And remember, sometimes one good question is worth more than 100 ready answers. Thanks for watching. See you in the next videos. Take care. Bye for now.